The British and the French want to knock out the Ottomans by taking their capital city of Constantinople, and to lift the Ottoman blockade of the straits for the Russians to be supplied in Ukraine. The man who pushed for this attack was future Prime Minister Winston Churchill. The British believed they only needed 50,000 men for this attack to take the straits, but the French estimated 150,000 men was more likely. The British ignored the French overconfidence in their planning and the Ottomans' will to defend their capital city of Constantinople. Starting on the 19th of February, the French and the British ships began a bombardment of the landing areas, in an attempt to soften up the landing zone and destroy the Ottoman forts on the coast. However, the assault by sea failed, and many British and French ships were damaged and few destroyed by naval guns or sea mines. The Entente retreats and replans their attacks on Constantinople. On the 25th of April, French and British troops landed in the first naval invasion of the war, and were immediately held up due to a lack of orders and failing to seize the initiative. The Entente, rather than attacking, chose to dig into defensive positions, allowing the Ottomans to move their forces in and make their own. Now both parties were well dug into the peninsula, and a battle of attrition began. Now a very apparent failure of the Gallipoli campaign had now caused French and British troops to slowly leave the peninsula. On the 15th of December, 80,000 Entente men evacuated the peninsula overnight. Not a man was lost. It was the best and most well-executed plan in the war. However, by the end of Gallipoli, the total casualties from both sides was 130,000 dead and 260,000 wounded. This battle marks the first naval invasion in the war and the complete failure of the British and French coordination and overconfidence.